jerseys, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about the history of the City Edition jerseys a little bit later on in the broadcast. But Jim, and I say it every year, this one might be my favorite one, but this might be my favorite City Edition jersey.
I'm with you.
They've all been good. Bledsoe comes up with the steal to start the game for LA, and he's got a chance for an and one.
Fewest shots in those situations. So again, the Clippers have showed zone a bunch. 34 possessions last game for the Clippers showing zone, and that's a great sign right there. Jaden McDaniels knocking down the corner three. Ball movement so important, contorting the
Prince into the corner. Beverly will try a three and connect on a three.
There you go. Minnesota averages 2 a game, and they've got 2 already.
Was out of all the losses so far, that's the one that kept me awake at night the least.
I don't know. I think the Denver game kept me awake because Minnesota missed so many layups. They missed 12 layups in that game. As Towns gets the 3 to go there.
Towns drills the 3, the third triple of the game
here for Minnesota. Right where he needed to be at the elbow to stop that dribble penetration.
Towns, another attack and another finish for Cat.
Strong, fast, decisive. Towns used it perfectly.
Paul George answers back.
Waved off Towns and told Taurean Prince to come set the screen.
And now Zubats has Edwards on him. Mismatch for the big fella, and Zubats able to hit the turnaround.
And that's the problem.
Together was Ty Lue pregame and about how good their numbers are together and whether or not he had noticed that. And he said, no, I really hadn't paid any attention to that, as Mann able to hit his first shot attempt of the night. And he got up like he was going to leave the press conference.
Created open shots, and they've gotten a lot of good ones, and they just haven't been able to knock them down. It's going to happen.
By the way, you think about the Rockets, as Vanderbilt hits, as he starts his first shift of the night. Jim,
well, I mean, he was really good last ball game for the Clippers.
Batum just took that away and takes it to distance. And just like that, Reed, Terrence Mann up on him, forces him to give up the dribble. Shot clock getting low. Edwards for 3, and of course he drills it. Jim Peterson, Leah B. Olson, and our Bally Sports crew with you here at Target Center. Luke Kennard, a long 2 to start the second quarter for the LA Clippers.
Let's watch here now as the second quarter starts, how the Clippers play defense here based on what they do offensively.
And Jim, they played zone on a healthy number of possessions on Wednesday as Paul George hits a tough shot baseline. 30, no doubt, Jim, but you know what? He's in the NBA because he's mastered making shots like that. If you're going to be diminutive and be in this league, you need to be able to do that. How about Anthony Edwards? He gets the dime on the read 3, and now he gets a triple of his own. 0 for 7 from the outside the arc area tonight.
3-point range?
Well, yeah, I put myself in a box and I tried to get out of that corner.
I know you did.
McLaughlin. Vanderbilt.
It's like a high wire act.
It really is. Beasley for 3, and the Wolves are hitting the shots tonight.
You have to adjust now as a player.
Oh, McLaughlin, great knockaway. Beasley gets it right back, was ready for it, drills to 3.
Minnesota has been on point the way that they've gotten back in transition, matched up and covered, and they've been there for each other.
Terrence Mann able to get that one to rattle in. On the rim, but then fell the wrong side. Kennard, and the Clippers finally have a made 3.
I mean, anytime you set a screen like that, it kind of transformed his game. He's been kind of a reluctant shooter in a Clipper uniform, but not any longer. Nice back cut that time by Nicholas Batum. Minnesota's lost.
Clippers on a 12-0 run. Minnesota won for its last 11, and Karl Anthony Towns finally stops the bleeding. Wolves needed that. Batum, man, I I think Nick Batum. Jim, there was a point in time when
basically a point guard that's 6'8" is that big that can shoot and defend.
Ant underneath, and he draws the Ant one.
Yeah.
Edwards only 12 so far here tonight. Jackson. Reggie Jackson, nobody boxed him out after he got the shot away, so he says, oh. Paul George, he's the only Clipper with 3 personals, can't connect there, but Bledsoe there for the putback. Clippers trying to get it back to a 1-possession game. And they do get it to a 1-possession game.
Carlos continually dealing with double teams.
Oh, nice ball movement to find Beasley, but that time it doesn't go. And then they get it down to Williams, and it is a 1-point game. Passes to McLaughlin. Vanderbilt tries to keep it alive. The Timberwolves can't buy a bucket here in the third. And Terrence Mann with the finish.
This a 4-point game.
Beasley. And he comes off the curl to be able to make another 5th main triple of the game for Beasley. Timberwolves trying to get back to 500 on the season. Edwards on the attack, goes to the left hand, and the finish.
That's called a punish and a finish, right? Again, angle screen.
Edwards for 3, and finally, Ant able to connect from 3 in the second half.
It's just, you know, in some ways,
Beasley a little bit strong. And now Paul George with 4 quick points here to start this quarter.
Early step up in transition.
The Wolves need points. They need them badly. McDaniels cannot get it to go. Terrence Mann, and how about Paul George? Mann with the exclamation point finish, wow. But that pass by Paul George was perfectly placed off the deck.
Yeah, talk about throwing somebody.
Only 8 of their last 41 shot attempts. Kennard. Three players leading their team in all those categories. Towns.
Wow. That's a great hoop for Carl. That was not easily done.
Only,
you know, and until you get into coaching, you can't understand how complex it is and how much, you know, video you have to watch and how you have to look at the game and all the situational basketball you have to know as a head coach. Pat Bev makes a really hard shot there.
So that's Jackson.
And great score from all levels.
Takes that basketball there away from Zubats.
And really, I mean, D'Angelo Russell has been probably one of the bigger disappointments in terms of field goal percentage early on, but he's going to figure it out. Malik Beasley.
Paul George. Terrence Mann, one-handed. He goes in one fell swoop, grabs the rebound, and passes it. He got an offensive board and an assist, and he touched the ball for about 0.4 seconds.
9 since being up by 20. 11 of 49 shooting.
And Jim, the other thing is, though, you know, you got to find more shots. I know he's been defended well, but you got to find a way to get more shots for Cat. He's only taken 1 shot in the second half. While Morrow trying to scoop past it inside tonight. Terrence Mann with a finish. An anemic second half. 12 points in the fourth quarter. 27 points in the second half. Timberwolves, they followed that form. The points and the shooting percentages went down every single quarter of the game. It's something they're going to have to figure out. They had a